Hey family, come cook a soul food dinner with me. A soul warming dinner featuring smothered chicken, kale collard greens, candy yams, homemade yellow rice, and cheesy jalapeno cornbread. If you're a food lover like me, get ready for some delicious comfort food. Everything's major. Everything's major. Everything's major. First up, our star of the show, kale greens. In this bag, I have one medium-sized onion, a green bell pepper, red bell pepper, yellow pepper, and jalapeno pepper for some kick. So now grab your favorite pot and drizzle some olive oil into your pot and some Kerrygold unsalted butter. Once hot, toss in your veggies. We're going to saute our veggies until they're nice and tender. I also season with some salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, some seasoning salt, and some Cajun seasoning. You want to get these veggies nice and seasoned. We're also going to season our food in layers and mix everything up together. Now add in some garlic and give it a good mix. My hands are squeaky clean, family, but look at this vibrant, fresh kale. Absolutely stunning. I prepared these greens by soaking them in a vinegar and salt water solution for 30 minutes to ensure they're squeaking clean like me. Now grab a handful of kale greens and add them to your pot. We're going to cook them down some, and we're going to add in our greens in batches. Now drizzle some olive oil on top, followed by some salt, nature seasoning, some black pepper, Cajun seasoning, onion and garlic powder, and red pepper flakes. Next, add a pinch of sugar. Now this part is optional, but kale is a little bit bitter, so we have to season it up a little bit. Now mix your greens and everything in that delicious olive oil, butter, and the veggies and the seasonings. Repeat the same exact steps. Add your kale greens into the pot, fry them down some, then drizzle the olive oil, followed by the seasonings, followed by some sugar. We're doing our greens in layers to build up some flavor, so each leaf is going to be flavorful. Now add in some chicken bouillon to your pot. This is the brand that I use. It's sodium free. Mix it in very well. Now add your smoked turkey wings right on top and pour in some chicken broth. We're going to cover our greens and simmer them on low until they're nice and tender. While the greens are cooking, let's move on to our smothered chicken. I'm using my favorite cuts, which is drumsticks and wings. The key to delicious smothered chicken is flavor and seasonings. The ones I use will be down in the description box, but I use salt, pepper, onion and garlic powder, sweet paprika, nature seasoning, and some heat with some cayenne pepper. Before we put the chicken in the oven, we're going to brown each side in a hot skillet. Sear both sides of the chicken with some olive oil until it's beautifully brown. Add in your chicken and brown both sides for a minute or two until it's nice and brown. Once nice and brown, set your chicken aside and work on your second batch. Make sure in between batches you add in some oil to your skillet. Once beautifully brown, remove from skillet and set aside. Now the chicken is not fully cooked, it's not done. We just brown the chicken to add more flavor. So we're going to add in our veggies into the same skillet. Once the veggies are nice and tender, we're going to add in some garlic. Now add your chicken into your baking pan and then add your veggies on top. It should look something like this. In a small mixing bowl, pour in 1 can of cream of celery along with some chicken broth and some chicken bouillon. Mix everything very well together. Now pour the mixture all over your chicken, making sure that each piece is coated in this yummy sauce. We're making smothered chicken, so you want every piece of chicken smothered in that cream of celery mixture. If you don't have enough, just add another can in along with some more chicken broth. If you don't have cream of celery, you can use cream of mushroom or cream of chicken, whichever floats your boat. Okay, I poured the mixture all over the chicken. I added a little bit of seasonings on top. I added some more salt, pepper, and some nature seasoning. Next, adding some butter on top, and I'm using unsalted butter. Cover with your foil and bake on 375 until the chicken is falling off the bone. Remove the foil for the last 30 minutes of cooking time to let it brown beautifully. In the meantime, between time, we're going to check on our greens and give it a nice big stir. Cover and let it continue cooking. Also, taste your greens as you go to see if it needs any more seasoning, and if so, just add it in right now. Let's sweeten things up a bit with some delicious, saucy candy yams. I cut my candy yams into quarters, and then I'm going to add in a dreamy mix of 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of granulated sugar, a pinch of salt, some vanilla extract. I'm using about a tablespoon of vanilla extract, and a tablespoon of cinnamon, and a dash of allspice. You want to be gentle with the allspice because it's a strong spice, okay? A splash of freshly squeezed lemon juice and a teaspoon of maple syrup. Now, the maple syrup is optional, but if you want a little nice and sweet, go ahead and add it in. We're going to add in some nutmeg, followed by 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. The butter is going to make the yams more flavorful and yummy. Let it simmer on low until it's fork tender. This buttery, caramelized sauce is absolutely irresistible. I checked on our kale greens and it's almost done. I'm adding in 10 ounces of frozen spinach. Now this part is optional. I'm going to mix the frozen spinach with the kale and all its juices. I'm just going to break it down some so it can cook faster and make sure to soak up all that good juice. Cover your greens back and let it continue cooking until it's nice and tender. Okay, our chicken is halfway done, so I uncovered it for the last 30 minutes so it can get real nice and beautiful and brown. As you can see, I'm making some yummy chicken wings too. Why buy yellow rice and you can make it at home, homemade? Yes, you can. So we're going to start off by rinsing our rice to remove any excess starch off. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil to our pot, and then we're going to toast it in the olive oil and mix it in good. Now add in some veggies for some extra flavor, some turmeric powder for that signature golden hue, parsley for some freshness, and some chicken broth. Give it a nice big stir and stir everything in very well. Now we're going to cover our rice and simmer on low for 18 minutes. Then fluff it up for perfection. Now you made your own yellow rice without having to buy it from the store. Finally, let's whip up some cheesy jalapeno cornbread muffins. The recipe along with its link will be down in the description box. It's the same recipe as my jalapeno cheesy cornbread, but this is with a twist with the muffins. Now we're going to top with some cheese and some green onions, and we're going to bake this on 400 until they're golden brown and moist. These are the perfect sidekick to our flavorful feast. Look at this spread, family. Everything looks delicious. We have our tender kale greens with some smoked turkey wings, our smothered baked chicken, our buttery and saucy candy yams, and our fluffy homemade yellow rice, and our cheesy jalapeno cornbread muffins. Everything looks and smells divine. Look at these candy yams. They are sweet just like me. The next video you should watch, family, is my smothered fried chicken. It's absolutely delicious. The link for that recipe will be down in the description box as well. And make sure to like, comment, and share this video with your tribe. And let me know down in the comments your favorite dish. And I'll see you next time on Everything's Major. God bless you, and remember, it's always a treat when the majors meet. Bye. Thank you guys for watching. And please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my new YouTube channel. Take care and God bless. And everything you do, make sure it's major. Everything's major. Everything's major. Everything's major.